What's up, Nerd Crew? Nurdie J here, and today we're going to take a look at 1985's commemorative reissue of the Autobot Security Director, Red Alert. Without further ado, cue the intro! Red Alert can be a little anal retentive and paranoid if something seems out of place or if something was left on. Red Alert starts to freak out and swears that there's a Decepticon infiltrator somewhere in the vicinity. The leader of the Autobots, Optimus Prime, hoped by pairing Inferno and Red Alert that they could play off of each other's strengths instead of their weaknesses. Unfortunately, Inferno has added to Red Alert's stress and paranoia by constantly leaving his side to go on to the battlefield even though Red Alert orders Inferno to stay. The overall stress has gotten to Red Alert. Now his cerebral circuits overheat and start to spark, causing Red Alert's impaired judgment to get even worse, accusing others that they want his job or that they want to steal the thing of the week from the Autobots that they create. The only real benefit to overheating is that Red Alert becomes ultra-sensitive to radio waves, alerting Red Alert to possible ambushes by the Decepticons. Due to Red Alert jumping the gun too many times, the other Autobots don't tend to take his alerts seriously until more than a hunch is presented. Before we get into the transformation, let's take a look at what he has to offer in alt mode. Rolling wheels. That is it. Yeah, there is no, opening doors, opening hood, opening trunk. It is what you get for 1980s. And let's do some comparisons. And with my previous review of Ratchet. So we can take a look at the size comparison. We got that. And then let's take a look at a standard Autobot. A mold, which is the Datsun of Prowl. I guess now it's not a Datsun, now it's a Nissan, but back then it was a Datsun. So this is how he compares with Prowl, the standard size issue of an Autobot, your basic Autobots. So you got that. And then now let's get into the transformation. So start off, hold the door area, like right around here. Hold the back area and pull down. Then you rotate it up like this. Then you bring down these tabs to form his feet. Spread it out to form his legs. Then you come down to here. You rotate the head the best you can. It's a little tricky because there's not really anything for you to grip. And you can do this technically at any point, so I'm just going to hold off on that because my hands are super slick for some reason. I think they're just ultra dry. But anyway, you pull down the arms and pull out the arms at the same point. Just be careful to not grab the wheels since they are rubber. For the wheels, you just grab back here, somewhere around here, and then on the at the elbow joint. So just to show you right here to bring it down, and right here, and then you just bring it down and wiggle it out. Then you come over here, push this down a little, and push down the hood because it does friction in right at this tab, right at those things. And then now you can bring up the hood just a little bit and rotate the head around. Bring down the hood all the way. Bring around the head. Just get your finger in there. Do that. And then, since there's two molds to this guy, there's the Red Alert mold and then there's the side swipe. I just collapse it back down for Red Alert. But if you want, you can double hinge it up and bring it forward like this. I kind of make this more of a jetpack for side swipe since he's known to have a jetpack. So, there's that. Bring up the arms a little. So you got that. Spread that out. And then finish it off by giving him his blaster. So you got that. And then I would attach this, but I don't know how well this is coming up. But right here, this right here, this back one, has snapped off. And I tried to glue it back on. but it doesn't hold very well. So it just sits there, and this is how he's supposed to look, but there's like no friction because of the way I had to glue it in order to get it on without just snapping back off. And a word on this is that this unit here, this big unit with this white part, this is actually side swipes. This is red alerts. I switched them out, and so they are now, this is actually what I use for sideswipe technically, while red alert has both red, but since red alerts is broke and I've lost this back panel, because with both of them, the back panel here broke off. It's just that I can't find this back panel, and so it's just proverbially just gone. So I can't use it for him. So, but I thought I'd show it off anyway. For articulation, nothing at the legs. I guess you could have toe articulation by bringing them up, but that's not really going to do anything. The waist can go up or down if you want it. So if you want this thicker detail to show, you have it up. If you want it down, that's fine. And if you want to have different heights for red alert and sideswipe, you can do it that way too. He has 360 shoulders. And then he's got elbows that go above 90 degrees. So let's get that straight so you can see that. And then head could go back and head could go forward a little. That's it, honestly. You don't get much for the 1980s toys, but I think they're super fun still. So let's get into comparisons. Here is Red Alert next to Ratchet without his base. And then we bring in his base, just attach it. And then here he is next to that. And here he is against the standard Autobot size of Prowl. So there's that. Red Alert has a shoulder-mounted rocket launcher with 3 projectiles that has the accuracy of 25 miles. And a particle beam rifle that shoots debris to help it with fire control and to clear out hazards. I have a question. What fire department can afford a Lamborghini Countach for a fire chief's car? Even if it's the 1980s, it doesn't seem likely that kind of economy we had back then. Even though Red Alert is a repaint of the 1984 Sideswipe, the cartoon modded him so that they were more identifiable from one another. When I actually play with Red Alert in any sense, I always try my best to keep him to the bio that I just gave. Just sometimes I'll even just omit the whole brain glitching and just make that more of his special ability. I hope you enjoyed this little rundown of Red Alert from 1985, well, the commemorative reissue of them. And don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share this with a friend if you can. I've been Nurdie J for Nurdie Boys, and I'll catch you next time.